And we are live with the Vietnam Team League round number 3. I am your production Emperor Yakuzaku, or just Yakuzaku, or Yakuzaku1 on Twitch. Oh, speak of the not speak of the devil, but just in time, we have our players. With me today, we have Light_VIP on Twitch. That would be Light_VIP. How you doing tonight, Light?
Good, yeah, excited to be back. You know, it's been a week since we've been here, but yeah, getting ready to get into our first series of the night. Okay.
That will be Ranger from representing Heroes of God versus Def representing Team OCCHO. I always said OCCHOs because I believe one of their players, possibly even the captain, is called OCCHOs. That has to be.
Wait, your sound just went crazy again.
Thank you, Windows microphone boost, for randomly resetting every time.
Yeah. Do you know what your audio settings should be at? Because I think you went too low.
It should be at like around 80. I'm pretty sure, like 75 to 80. But then randomly it'll just spike up to 100.
Okay. Cool. Sweet.
Beautiful.
So yeah, just loading into game number 1.
Ephemera. And speaking of game number 1, here we have it in the bottom right hand corner of the map, spawning in the bottom right hand corner of the map, the blue Protoss. We saw him last week, and now let's see what he pulls off this week. We have the number 1 player in Malaysia representing Team Heroes of God. We have Ranger. No, I pressed the wrong. Ranger. And in the top right hand corner of the map, spawning in the top left hand corner of the map, we have the yellow Protoss playing for Team OCCHO, and what we'll be seeing for the first time as English coverage, we have a yellow Protoss player going double gas. We have Def. That's with a TH, not with an F. That would be what happens when Windows decides to peak the microphone boost up to 100 randomly, and then anybody with headphones becomes deaf.
Yeah, expect that to happen every single time we load into a game. I think that's what's gonna happen. What happened, Yaku? Like, did you download like our driver, or?
No, I didn't. I listened to Steel. That was the problem.
See, this is why you shouldn't listen to old people.
Exactly.
Anyway, so we have a PvP.
Yep.
Our favorite matchup to cast because we know so much about it.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely. I know you need I know you get like the disruptor from the Robo facility, which you don't need the Robo Bay for, so sometimes players will fake it out. In fact, a lot of times players try to fake it out. They get the Robo Bay, and then their opponent sees it, and they think, oh, I should prepare for Colossus.
Yeah. We've seen basically mirror builds from each player. Until now, they finally deviated, and we have, Death going for 2 Stalkers and Ranger going for 2 Adepts.
I did not notice that because we don't have Game Heart.
Oh, they didn't make it. Oh my god. Okay. Nice.
Ranger being a little bit cheeky over here. Get it. Oh! Gets a cancel right at the end. That is beautiful. But speaking of cheeky, Def over in the bottom sort of leftish sort of area.
Yeah.
Sneaking a little bit, being a little bit more sneaky.
Yeah, wow. Just
and Ranger
getting a
just
gateway.
passed it. He did not see that.
Yeah, they're actually missing each other with their units, it looks like.
I mean, that's what you want, isn't it?
Is it what you want?
I mean, don't actually know. Well, it's definitely what Ranger wanted. Nice little cancel right at last second once again. just as the 2 Stalkers pop out. So yeah, missing the units was probably what Ranger wanted.
Wow. These Devs miss each other as well.
Well, they didn't, but they face through each other.
Yeah.
Ah, shouldn't have left your probe over there, mate.
And he's gonna have to force a recall. It's pretty good.
That is pretty good, absolutely. 5, 6 probes already going down for Def. But meanwhile, that's not too bad for him considering what he has planned.
Hold on. Is Nem streaming? Is Def really Nem? Is that what's happening right now? Yeah, we've got some DTs coming out, which
Proxy DTs coming out.
Yeah, this could deal a lot of damage. I don't think Ranger has a robo. Does he? Does he have any form of detection ready?
He's getting one right now, but I don't know if it'll be out in time. That's
because he's gonna
already
have
a gateway power pylon.
Yeah, and then he's gonna have to chrono like an observer.
Yeah, even with chrono, that's I don't fancy his chances right now. Absolutely do not.
This could just end the game. Like he is working on that observer. Like it is coming out, but like how long is it gonna take though? Like how much damage is gonna be done?
If he's able to notice this, and if he's able to make use of force field,
he does the force field.
But he blocks it with the stalker,
and he gets it out. Wow.
All right, that might be, as you said, this might just end the game, but I think this might end the game for Def rather than Ranger.
Yeah, like just in time. Like he screwed up with the force field, but you know, fucking big brain plays. He warps in the unit. Like that was amazing. And yeah, he gets the observer out in time. He's safe.
Absolutely is. He's gonna have his immortals out much quicker than Def. And sure, Def can probably get some Archons, get some Archons and some DTs, but are Archons really what you want against Immortals?
No, no, not really. It is something though. Potentially he can get a Warp Prism out, but I mean that's what Ranger's doing. He's already getting his Warp Prism out.
Well, I mean, Def does not have a robo facility of his own, does he? No, he does not.
No, he's way behind in tech.
All right.
The only thing he has going for him is that Twilight Council. So he can get Blink, but
absolutely can. Ranger has now spotted the proxy location. He's going to try to be able to take out that Dark Shrine, ensuring that no more Archons, or no more DTs rather, and no Archons later on will be made for his opponent.
Yeah.
A little bit of lag from Ranger. I felt that too a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's not me.
Yeah, it's Leon.
Ooh.
God damn it, Leon.
In Korea, Ranger is.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not too familiar
with.
It might be my
brain interpreting things wrong.
I'm not too familiar with Leon, but he is the replacement caster as ChiOt is unavailable today.
Well, he co-casted last week with ChiOt, didn't he?
Did he?
Resumed.
I'm not actually sure.
I know someone did. I'm not
did.
entirely sure who. Someone did.
Look, that was a wild night, man. I don't even remember.
It was.
Wild night back in Nam.
But Ranger will be able to shut this pylon down, this proxy pylon, as well as all this infrastructure. And that does mean that there won't be any more DTs, there won't be any Archons.
One more? Oh! Yeah. Almost killed out that pylon. Wasn't able to do so in the end. That observer now slowly making its way down. But Ranger is doing a pretty good job of kiting this while also getting damage done onto the infrastructure. Main thing is, of course, the Dark Shrine. Do not want any DTs out, and you don't want any Archons out later on. But, knowing that his chances are gone, immediately throws down the Templar Archives.
Yeah, interesting that this is. I was about to say, like, I'm getting a bit worried. He needs to throw down some tech. Like, these Immortals will just crash through his base, his army. And he does go for that Templar Archives, which is pretty interesting. So it does look like he's still trying to go for Archons, right?
Well, he is a little bit. Yeah, I think that might be the right move, isn't it? No, it does have a decent gas count. He'll be. Oh, he's not mining from his natural gases. That could be an issue. If he was, though, then he wouldn't be too bad in terms of gas, and Ranger has 2 Templar Archives. I'm sorry, what? He's building a second one?
He's gonna get both of those upgrades at the same time, like a timing.
Yeah, both of those. Right? He's gonna. Well, there's only Storm as an upgrade, but he's gonna split up. Yeah, it's only Storm.
Okay,
but he's gonna split it out, right, between 2, so they share the load.
Yeah.
Alright, 2 Immortals dropped on top of
he's
pretty much everything.
So the Warp Prism can't get killed.
Stalkers pretty hardcore. And you really can't do much versus Immortals using only Stalkers. Zealots are going to try to do what they can, but with the Warp Prism here, with even basic kiting, without charge, Zealots aren't going to be able to do much against Immortals.
Yeah, like the value that he just got, like with 2 Immortals, he managed to kill, what was that, 4 Stalkers, 3 Sentries?
Something like that,
and a Pylon. And he didn't even lose anything. Like, oof.
Is that a Tosis Pylon? No, it was not.
This is not looking good for Death. Like he needs to do something. Like I don't know. I kind of disagree with his tech of choice. I kind of would have liked something a little bit unorthodox, like like a Stargate or something like that, to try and CC the Immortals with Phoenixes or something like that.
Yeah, that might have. I mean, as we said, we are the Protoss experts, so we definitely know what the right call is. But yeah, with Phoenixes probably. I was maybe thinking Disruptors, but now that I'm thinking about it, Disruptors would probably be fairly much more expensive than Phoenixes, wouldn't they?
Yeah. I'm just trying to think of something that he could do to like get back into this game, or to try and swing it into his favor. And I don't think Archons are going to do that very well. I don't know. Maybe they will if he has enough of them.
Yep, if he does have enough of them, see if he's able to sort of take full advantage of that splash damage.
Yeah.
Ranger, though, he doesn't really have... It's not... Yeah, he's not really Zealot heavy or really anything heavy right now.
Yeah,
he does have Immortal Archon, but... Alright, now he's getting Immortal heavy. Immortal heavy? No, Archon heavy. I know Protoss units.
Bear in mind, though, that Death... I think he does have some shield batteries ready, so depending on where he hits, like he will have those to assist. So he does have that defender's advantage. Like he won't necessarily die from this, depending on where he engages and how the fight goes.
Oh, but look at the supply though.
Yeah, that is a big supply difference.
Absolutely, and I think Ranger just has some counters. Yes, the shield batteries would definitely be really good. Charge gets cancelled right at the end. The Archons are really starting to stack up that splash. And now there's only the Archons left for Ranger to deal with.
Yeah. Like all the Zealots died on both sides, but there was just too much coming out of Ranger. Like he's able to push through and... GG.
HG.
I'm waiting for the button. The button.
And looks like Ranger is gonna take that series. No wait. Bloop. Bloop.
That game.
Ranger gonna take that game up and bring Heroes of God up 1-0.
Yes, and I just got a confirmation. Death is actually Raijin. Raijin is the player on Liquipedia.
The player on Liquipedia. Yes.
Yeah.
That the only player on Liquipedia.
As in, because they have their rosters on Liquipedia, but there wasn't a Death, so I was like, who is it? It's Raijin.
On Liquipedia, he's Raijin.
Yeah. And I think that's his main ID.
Right.
But we are going to game number 2.
Raijin is pretty strong in Mortal Kombat. I don't actually know the last Mortal Kombat I played. It was like Mortal Kombat 3 or something. Alright, next map.
It's been a while.
It has. Next map is going to be Thunderbeard. And this next map, as we all know, is going to be the rookie match, so to speak. It is going to be between the 2 lower league players. What was it? From gold to diamond, was it? No, it's just gold. No,
Yeah,
up
bronze to gold.
Yeah, bronze to gold.
Yeah.
There we go. I know gold was involved somewhere.
Yeah, yeah. And they are looking for the players. I'm getting a little bit worried though because we're having issues finding Heroes of God players. Ranger was talking about how like he's here, but like the admin for the team isn't here, or like the captain or the organizer. So if anyone's listening, and if anyone has contact with Heroes of God players, fucking ping them on like WhatsApp or Facebook or whatever, and find out what's going on.
I would imagine that WhatsApp would be pretty popular in Vietnam. I want to say WeChat, but I don't actually know. Oh yeah, just like, you know, ping them.
Yeah, ping them.
On the grapevine.
Yeah, as this happens, I will update the Wikipedia page.
Ooh, alright, player from OCCHO is here, but it seems that, once again, a little difficulty contacting the Heroes of God players. Now, I gotta say, I am excited when it comes to the rookie match. It's just, you know, something about it, in it.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it has its own charm to it. When it comes to seeing these lower league players like represent their teams and do their best and improve over the course of the league, ideally.
That's like the OPL.
Yeah. So they do have 10 minutes to provide a player.
Alright, time to fill time.
And it looks like Ocho's player is Echo?
Good. Yep. Echo. Going to be a Terran player. Terran, of course, being the race with, I believe, has the highest representation in the lower leagues. Wait, what is it? Like Terran has the highest. Terran has the highest representation up to Platinum, I believe, or maybe it was Gold. Diamond has the highest representation of Zerg. Masters, I believe, is like revolving thing between. Well, it sort of revolves around between each of the races. Then GM, I believe, is mostly Protoss and Zerg, but then once you get to the top 16, it's like Terran, Protoss, Zerg is... Well, it's also dependent on server. Like, Korea definitely much more Terran than in EU, but that is just a rule of thumb. I hope that was 10 minutes of me rambling.
We do have a couple of familiar faces in chat. We see Love Gaogao. He played last time.
No, he did not. He played in the Aodai Weekly that we also casted.
That's it, Aodai Weekly.
I remember this because I also saw Love Gaga and I was like, oh, he's playing again this weekend. I was like, no.
Yep.
How do I know him?
Yeah, these are familiar faces because we have been cast, or we did cast the last Aodai Weekly, which was a lot of fun. Yep. To be honest, it's been cool seeing like these players and getting more into.
You got to see Miyamika, but you know.
I'm pretty sure that's intentional. Like same with I was about to say same with this team league, but he is playing for fucking
Hong Kong All-Stars. Yeah, the most well-known Vietnamese player.
Yeah,
plays for Hong Kong, man. That is a power move.
We need to find out what's going on there. There's got to be a story behind that, right? Like, oh, Zoo.
Ooh.
Do we know Zoo? Yes, Terran player Zoo.
The name is familiar. Terran player Zoo. Sun Tzu.
He played last week. Yeah. He played last week.
Oh, right, he did. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I remember. He did the, Banshee Hellion opening, and then basically wrecked his opponent's, Zerg opponent's economy. So by the time he walked in with Marine Tank, he didn't even have to siege up. His opponent just had nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. It's gonna give these players a quick little minute to finalize their readiness. We do have Leon up in the lobby now. That will be our Vietnamese caster. Do we have a link for them?
For the Vietnamese stream?
Mm-hmm.
I will check. Have it available. Because I don't know if they're casting on the same channel.
Regardless, it's probably a different URL.
Yeah, yeah.
Welcome to Facebook streaming. And YouTube streaming.
Oh, your audio reset again.
Don't you just love Windows 10? I know Steel does.
Mm-hmm. Again, asking anyone in the chat, if you know Echo's alternate ID, that'd be great.
Echo, Echo, Echo. And speaking of Echo, Echo, Echo. In the top left-hand corner of the map, spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map of Thunderbeard, it is not Echo, as I so misled you. This was all a trick. I have deceived you. We have the Teal Terran in representing Team Heroes of God. I saw the chat and I was like, please pause soon so I don't have to keep going.
Oh.
Alright.
Yeah.
I think I'm just having a couple of keyboard issues. That's pretty annoying.
Yeah, yeah. I did find the Vietnamese cast.
Ooh.
I did link it in chat.
Beautiful. This is when you go mouse only, man.
Yeah.
You ever tried to play mouse only, like?
I have, and it was awful. That pretty much happened when I tried to update my hotkeys to like the new version of the core. There was a duct tape
Right.
about it where I canceled my hatchery. Yeah,
And I tried to build one, and then you did it in the team game with Milk too, which made it even worse.
That's what it was.
Even worse.
I kept building evos, or I kept morphing my hatchery into a lair, and I couldn't fucking put gas down. Or I couldn't make overlords. That was the other thing. It was awful.
Yep, I think I only ever played mouse only when I first got into StarCraft, when I played the Legacy of the Void campaign.
Oh, there you go.
Much like my idol Jesse Cox. Alright. Seems like Echo is not quite entirely sure if it's gonna be alright, but he's willing to gamble or try.
Who is ref, by the way?
It ain't me.
Game resumed.
It's me, apparently. Why am I ref?
Welp. Anyways, what was I saying? Top teal.
Game paused.
Yeah. If you look at the production tab, like Echo just hasn't been able to do anything.
Yeah.
There's a guy
I wonder
called
if it's
Echo
a
on the
bug.
roster.
There's a guy called Blank Echo.
Okay. I think that's just meant to be Echo, but yeah, okay.
Ah. Man, oh man. I wonder if this is a bug, because I've heard it could be. It's probably a bug, isn't it? But like, I wonder how it came about. Is the thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a bug or if it's just his hardware issue or a driver issue.
I mean, he can still type, so.
No, you're right. Yeah, he's typing, but his hotkeys aren't working.
Yeah, I'd imagine, because the first thing I thought of was, oh, it's probably because the profiles got messed up, because you can, like, yeah, it's probably the profile hack. Well, as we were saying earlier, who doesn't use hotkeys? Apparently Zoo. Mouse only, man. What a maniac.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, he can chat, but he can't.
Yeah, I'd immediately imagine the what's it called? Like profiles. Yeah, when you like switch servers and it just resets all your stuff. I'd imagine like something went wrong there, right?
Either way, we're gonna have to restart
Yeah,
because it's
probably.
been 45 seconds, and
Yeah.
he hasn't been able to build anything.
So apparently you have to turn off Unikey before you get into the game.
Unikey being, is that what you use? I think that's what you use. Yeah. It's what you use to change language.
Ah, right. Yeah, that is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably what did it.
That's happened to me before because I used to have Korean on,
Right.
and then like
No
yeah.
Espanol.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
One more time. Well, I mean,
Game
as I said,
resumed.
it has been 45 seconds, so...
Yeah, we have to remake regardless.
Yeah. But Echo still wants to try. Can we remake? Sure.
Game paused.
But, okay, remake.
Oh, apparently I had ref as well, but I just assumed... And Leanne had ref as well? Everyone was a ref, just everybody assumed that nobody was ref until you tried.
Yeah, I don't know why I had to step in, but sure.
Yeah,
it's
you know.
fine.
I mean, look, story of my life. I just assumed that nothing is nothing until light steps in.
Yeah.
Alright, so gonna remake the lobby once again. It will be Thunderbeard, L-E. TVT on Thunderbird. I think that... I'm trying to think of any, like, big TVTs on this map. I want to say Invasion versus Maru, maybe? Mayhaps? But, yeah, I can't think of any really outstanding TVT that has ever been played on Thunderbird, so... It's up to, what I'm saying is, there's a lot of pressure on these two. There's a lot of pressure on them to make the map exciting for the matchup.
Yeah, I'm just curious to see.
I expect it to be the longest, like, 70-minute frickin' everything's dying game.
Yeah, I just really want to see how Echo plays because we've had a glimpse of what Zoo is capable of, and I want to see like if Echo is can compete, right? Because last time we saw Zoo play, he kind of just it was pretty one-sided. There wasn't like a situation in that game or a moment where it looked like he could lose.
Well, we were a little bit worried about him initially because the build that his opponent was going for is something that should have allowed him to transition to a very deadly economy and where you're just throwing units at your opponent until they give. But that's when you just don't let him get there, as Zoo showed. Basically, greed is a sin, and Zoo, being the proper nun that he is, just came to punish the sins.
How long is the Claire interview, by the way?
5 minutes.
What are you thinking?
What am I thinking?
Well, Echo, he's restarting his PC, I think, so he's gonna be a while.
But I don't know. I feel like we don't have control over when they go
Yeah.
live, so
True.
I'd rather like avoid interviews or clips playing them unless unless we know for sure that it's gonna be that it's gonna take as long or longer than what we know.
Yeah, for sure.
And speaking of sure, it is going to be the... I'm trying to think of something we can plug. At Discord in chat, and you should get us get
at Discord exclamation mark.
Exclamation mark. Look, it's just one. I made a typo.
God damn it.
Look, I made a typo. Alright.
No, it looks like Echo is ready.
Yep.
Hopefully his keyboard is working.
Mm-hmm.
It just needs to be.
Definitely would not. Yeah, definitely would. I definitely would hate to have a walkover in this match, especially.
Yeah. Oh my god! This lobby actually has WCS Game Heart.
They know. They know. They listen to Steel midway through.
Looks like they.
I love Lobby Bug, man.
Yeah, it's a good.
What a great feature for Blizzard.
Yeah, they're asking you to change color.
Yeah,
because of the
teal
map.
and blue.
Yeah.
And also because of the map, yeah. Well,
it's blue and blue and blue.
It's blue and blue and blue. And if you think about it, isn't every color just a shade of blue?
Don't even start.
It is the warmest color. Blue.
The warmest color.
Is.
Okay.
Blue is the warmest color.
Sure. Yeah.
Sweet. Right, as we wait, I think now would be a great time to mention Oh wait, no, we don't have that for this one. I was gonna go into Matcherino, but I remembered. Oh wait, that's not this one. Isn't Matcherino great?
Tis great. Tis.
And speaking of the greatness of Matcherino, you can now go to Matcherino.com, and I actually don't know what the link is, but GPO.
Yes. Grand Platypus Open is now partnered with OSC, which also means we're partnered with Matcherino, which is pretty cool. Like, they help with boosting the prize pool, as well as promoting as well. So yeah, it's a pretty cool partnership that we have with that tournament. I actually feel like, not gonna lie, I feel like Matcherino could probably support Vietnam Team League as well. Like,
yeah,
if they so choose to like partner and work together.
Yep.
Because I'm pretty sure SOTL was partnered with Matcherino.
SOTL, the Southeast Asian team.
Yeah, it was the C Open.
Yeah, Southeast Asian Open Team League.
Yeah. The C Open Team League. Like, that had a Matcherino page. I'm fairly certain. So yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. Oh my god, please. just be long. Just be long.
Well, now you know the frustrations of our very own captain of the CranKy Ducklings, Light_VIP. Oh, Ranger has caught up now. Realizes he got 2 Templar archives.
He did.
And he's telling us that 'twas actually a mistake.
Nah. He was just making sure. He was just making sure that Storm the upgrade that he didn't get got upgraded.
Exactly.
You know, just ensuring that it was complete.
Or ensuring that it never gets made, because if you make it on 1, if you accidentally start researching Storm on 1, you can just destroy it, and then you don't have to worry about, building another Templar Archives, because then you already have one, so you can still make Archons. Alright, moment of truth.
Okay.
Will Echo make it?
Yes! Oh my god, okay. Get him in! Get him in!
Right. Get him in! Get him in!
I'm not lobby host. I don't have the
Yeah.
power.
Oh. This is why we need all of the power.
Who is the lobby host? Mod. Modderf.
Modier.
He may be AFK right now, because he's the only person that can move Echo.
Yeah. Oops. That's what have happened if, well, no, wait, but he'd still be the lobby host anyway, so still wouldn't be able to start.
Yeah.
I believe earlier we had the captain of OCCHO, I want to say, jumping in just to make sure that everything was cool.
Yeah. Actually, Ranger, since you're watching, does OCCHO stand for something? The OCCHO? Is it like...
Are we pronouncing it correctly? Is it actually OCCHO? Or OCCHO? Or UCHU? Alright, our players are in.
Yaku,
Ready and good to go.
I think he didn't know how to move him from observer to player. That's why he left and rejoined.
Ah.
Okay. Alright, we're getting in. Don't forget to switch teams.
Nah. All
Finally,
right. Ooh, boy.
His keyboard better be fucking working. It better be working.
And speaking of working, he already made an SCV, man. Already did. Okay, all good. Thanks, GLHF. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have the blue Terran showing us his utter dominance in the TVZ matchup last week. Can we see what he does in TVT this week? Representing Heroes of God, we have Zoo, not to be confused with Jur. And in the top left-hand corner of the map, spawning in the top left-hand corner of the map, resolving his keyboard issues was the first victory. Can he power that into the big win? We have the yellow Terran representing Team OCCHO. We have Echo. Nice.
So, Yaku.
Alright.
You're Terran.
No, I play Terran.
You main Terran.
Yes.
This is all you, mate. What's gonna happen? What do we see? What do we see normally in a TVT? Right?
How am I supposed to know?
Mate. God damn it, Yaku. So,
Well, both players are
we
going
do
for the
see-
Reaper expand, so
Yeah, they're both doing the exact same thing at the moment. A little bit of an earlier CC going down, but you know,
for Echo.
yeah, it doesn't quite matter. You know, just a couple seconds off.
And the Reapers, well, more importantly, I think the Reapers should be out at around the same time, so it's not like this CC is going to get cancelled unless they both move out and one of them misses the other. Factory going to go down for Zoo much quicker than for Echo. Ops instead for the build that Volt told me to do, CC, Supply Depot, then Factory, then Second Gas. Whereas Echo went factory gas, whatchamacallit, thingy thing, supply depot. Getting a tech lab on his, getting a tech, pardon me? Getting a tech lab and switching it around for his factory. That indicates to me that that's either cyclones for defense or tanks for an early push. So we're now coming into the base, trying to see if we can get delay on that CC, but not getting it out in the end. Echo going a little bit more standard, gonna just get reactors straight away from his barracks and then get a normal tech lab on the factory. Going into a second racks before a starport. Actually, both players going for a second racks before a starport. Replaying it a bit more biofocus. Alright, so getting that cyclone. I'm guessing that's why he's getting the cyclone, right? It's because he skipped that starport, so he wants to be very sure that nothing actually moving it across the map. And he's building a second one, so I wonder what he has in store. Super's still alive, still wreaking some havoc over on Echo's side of the map. But Echo should be in a very nice defensible position very soon. He's getting a tank and he's going to get it in a very nice defensive location on the high ground. Getting that bunker as well. One has to wonder if, nope, it is not up in time for the cyclone. Yeah. And in fact, the cyclone might actually be able to cancel it. Doesn't be able to cancel it in the end. And it's going to chase them away. This tank, I believe, might be right on the edge, but it doesn't matter. Tanks outrange cyclones.
Yeah, if Zoo was just a little bit quicker with that cyclone, he could have canceled that or denied the bunker from being made, and everything would have changed. Like, he could have gone in and gotten some SCV kills. He is still trying to sneak in, and he does actually. He goes all the way around, and oh my god, he's he's forced to pull all his SCVs. Yep,
is very huge, not overextending at all with the cyclone, making sure that he only gets what is safe, and on top of that, he keeps the mining time idle.
I think that's the most important part. Like, he forced the entire line to be pulled off. The amount of economy that he must have lost from that is huge. And he did that with one cyclone. It wasn't even that much committed to do that. So that was really, really smart from Zoo.
That being said, Echo is not at all behind, I would say. He does have the income advantage for one. He's going to get Stim much quicker. He's going to get his Raven probably out of this starport, and he should be able to be in a good position to push. Actually going to go for Cloaked Banshees. Okay, then.
Yeah, some Banshees coming out. Someone ping Lumia
when you need him.
Exactly. Yeah. Are there army compositions being more or less similar?
Yeah, for the most part.
So we don't have a mech player.
Echo does have two cyclones. Yeah, 2 cyclones. But Zoo made 2 cyclones as well. He just lost one, and the other one is in the middle of the map.
I do wonder if they, because we don't really know much about these teams or how these clans work, but I do wonder if they practice together, because they're playing pretty similarly. So I don't know if they've played each other often or not, and how familiar they are with their play. It's one of those things that I guess we're gonna get more used to as we cover more Vietnamese tournaments.
Well, Zoo is starting to go for that double drop with tanks as well. Echo seems to be more or less prepared for this. He does have the cyclone, but it is not really in a position that a medevac would typically sneak into. His own Banshee, meanwhile. Yep.
I'm also a little bit worried because he doesn't have his third CC. He's only just throwing it down now. But to compensate for that, this Banshee is getting some kills and is forcing, he's forcing off the SCVs at the third.
Ooh, forced away from the edge, but does manage to sneak in from the wider. That was, ouch.
Yeah.
Looked away for a split second. Echo thought his Banshee was safe, but then the second scan just came straight in. These tanks in this medevac can probably do a lot. Nothing is really in position to defend against this. The tanks are pretty far away. Yep, sees it, moves away his SCVs. Nicely done, but he will have to deal with these tanks that will siege much quicker than his own. Does get a chunk of the Marines, but I think that right now that is the least of his concerns. Forced to evacuate his main, and a lot of the supply depots are stuck here. He could be supply capped for the longest time.
Yeah.
If he's not careful.
There aren't that many Marines though to protect these tanks. Like
absolutely aren't, but Echo is a little bit scared right now. Yeah, he's way too scared to move in.
Yeah, he shouldn't be though. Like he has enough to just kill these 2 tanks. Like it isn't. It's just 2 tanks. That's it. That's all it is.
Absolutely. He does also have a decent Marauder count, but yeah, I definitely understand why the sort of fear. Because it's 2 tanks, sure. A lot of people will tell you, yeah, it's just 2 tanks, man. But one little misclick and your army is gone. So I can definitely understand it.
Important to note, he's finally
on top of those tanks.
Exactly. There's no anti-air. There's nothing to stop this drop.
Oh, but the bio is following. But about following, I think, actually just proves no need to be afraid, man.
Yeah,
no need.
Yeah, he does clean it up, but he loses a lot of supply depots in the process. Yep. Like he's in his supply box.
It's not really remaking right now, yeah. Cyclone comes in, sees, hey guys, I missed the action. Right in the nick of time, and Zoo is already moving out now. His medevacs are up already on the way. Echo is not in a bad position defensively, but he will have to be careful and respect this army. It is only 1 tank, but that bio... I don't know, the Marine count is pretty comparable. He does have +1 weapons and armor, though.
So he's sieged up there, so his tank wasn't
sieged up.
And... Oh, can he?
Liberator does get snipe. He might be able to, but he's got to respect these 1-1 Marines. Alright, falls back to where his tank and bunker were. So he's
but there is a
very much safe. There is a drop. That tank actually probably going to take out quite a couple of his own SCVs. Ouch, 5 went down there. Actually, maybe even 8. I don't think Echo lost... No, he lost 2 at start. So maybe 6. So
he does push away this force, but there is another one amassing, and he is also behind in SCVs as well. Like, we didn't really get to mention it, but
as well, and he's getting ship weapons. No, that's Sue getting ship weapons because he is gonna go into BCs.
Yeah, when that drop was in the main, and like for the next couple of minutes after that, like the production for Echo was at 0. Like he wasn't.
Absolutely was. He was trying to build out of his factories and barracks CAs, but didn't quite have the supply depots to do so. Yeah. Ballsy little drop here coming in from Zoo rather, but it is definitely going to pay off. There is nothing here for Echo.
Yeah.
And I think I would not be surprised if we saw GG anytime soon.
Well, I think if Echo pushes in with his force as well as the SCVs, he can clean this up. But he'll
have to be very careful with moving his SCVs forward first, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Because the SCVs don't have stims, so he can't just rush in immediately.
And again, like look at Echo's like bank. Like he's supply blocked right now. He can't spend his money. Like he has so many minerals and so much gas, and I mean both players even, but they can't produce anything. Echo specifically.
Yep. Echo gonna fall back for now. He can... Okay, he's being very respectful for the tanks in Echo's main. Echo not wanting to get doom dropped a second time.
Looking at Echo's
coming up. Yep.
Yeah, looking at Echo's energy on his CCs, like I would just call down supply. Like he's almost maxed out on all 3. Just call down supply on like all his depots. Like at this point, but there's the force pushing into his third again.
This time different third, and he does lose it. Position twice. That is painful, man. That is very, very painful.
Oh my god,
he should be able to slowly just siege up, but the Marine count for Echo completely obliterated by tanks, but Zoo, not the most careful player here with his own bio, gonna get obliterated once again. These tanks are trying to reposition in order to get to a comfortable spot away from the libs. But again, those battle cruisers are coming out, so that's not going to be a very pleasant day for Echo. He will get a Raven out, but how much can you really do with just a single Raven? It's very nice liberation zones on these liberators. Not enough Marines to chase this away, and I think Echo is just gonna tap out.
Yeah, I think even without these BCs, Zoo has enough here, like even with his bio and tanks, to push through. Unfortunately, Echo, he was just a little bit, his attention was torn, too much, and he couldn't quite defend his turret, as well as he would have liked. I think, yeah, there's not much he can do here.
4 BCs being made at a time right now for Zoo. That is how confident he is that he's won it. And
the Raven could potentially do a lot.
There's something you don't see every day. Zoo has 1-1-1-1-1 upgrades.
Yeah.
Not something you see every day. Nor is this unit composition, really. Now, Echo is amassing a bit of force here. He might be able to break out if he is careful. But the BCs are out.
Yeah, it does kind of come down to the Ravens and how he uses his interference matrix to try and make something work. But even then, he's losing so many tanks, and like the push hasn't even come yet.
Absolutely, and I feel like this Zoo just he is a man who just likes his BCs, and because he could have won this game. In fact, he could just straight up win now, but he's a man who wants to have a little bit of fun before it's over.
Yeah, there's what, 2, maybe 3 tanks left to defend. He's got interference matrix,
which was pretty nice, but it's not going to be enough. Beautiful anti-armor, but there is nothing here to really take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Zoo just double expanded everywhere, getting planetaries next to his orbital commands, just because he can. Every BC now in the main. And this is it. GG.
GG.
That is a game for Steel Mold. Although I think more than anything, I think that's a really good example of how throwing off your opponent's sort of style and build can really snowball you to a victory later on, because Echo was actually doing really well. In fact, actually, I would argue doing better on the macro side of things before that big drop came in.
Yeah.
But once that happened,
like up until that drop, like Echo, I would say, was ahead.
Yeah,
he was looking really good. He was even, trading fairly well.
It only takes, it only takes one drop to really throw off your balance, really.
Yeah, and it was the drop catching him off guard, but I do feel like it was also he didn't know the correct response to that drop, because he could have confidently taken care of it much faster, but he just wasn't prepared. Yeah. GG.
But
GG.
Yep, absolutely GG. Live and you learn. I mean, even I don't like. I gotta say, I want to know from your perspective, but from my perspective, when any sort of early game or even early mid game, before I get to the point of the game where I'm really comfortable to go autopilot, if anything disrupts me before then, my brain is completely off. I'm just like, oh, what do I do now?
Right. Yeah, it is one of those things. I feel like that's kind of what separates like some of the lower league players to like more high diamond or masters players, right? Like being able to like work well under pressure, under these like circumstances that maybe like earlier on you don't have a lot of experience with, but as you ladder more, as you play more games, like you get a little bit more comfortable with it, right? Because you're in them more often. But yeah, again, hopefully he's able to learn from this game, and if this happens again, like maybe react better. I'm sure his team will go over it, and they'll review it at some point. Yeah.
Now we're gonna go into one of the more interesting matches of the night. Will be the 2v2 map, and already some familiar faces popping up. Upply and Love Gao Gao, who we recently casted in the Aodai Weekly.
Yeah. Both Upply and Love Gao Gao. Yeah, they were the semi-finalists, if I'm not wrong. Love Gao Gao came 4th, correct?
Yep.
As
4th.
Yeah.
And Upply took his 4th Aodai title. He became the 4 Aodai champion.
For sure. So we will see Parkson and Upply playing for Heroes of God. And we'll see Love Gao Gao playing for OCCHO, and we are still waiting for his teammate.
I believe it will be OCCHOs. OCCHOs. But just requesting a little bit of time before we move forward. What? Why are we... What? No. What? Phew. Okay. I'm not sure how many of you actually heard the countdown timer earlier on, but somebody hit start the lobby when Love Gao Gao was the only player in the lobby.
Yeah, that's what happened. So, Mud started it by accident, then he quit the lobby to stop it. I'm pretty sure.
Right, might need to reinvite him now. Looks like it's going to be Terran versus Terran Zerg. Looks like it anyway. I don't actually know. I'm a fraud, a charlatan. Waiting for Mudirf. Yep. He will. Yeah.
We will re-invite him. It's all good.
It's all good, man. It's all good in the neighborhood. Deep down, I actually knew there were a lot of socioeconomic issues in the neighborhood.
Something that I do like though is that we aren't sticking to one 2v2 map. Like it seems like we're rotating through the ladder map pool as well. So
just like with 1v1s.
Yeah.
You know what? We should just imagine best of 7, all on the same map.
Yeah.
You would not like that, and as such, you gotta rotate the 2v2 maps as well. Alright,
looks like
we're gonna go in without mod.
Alright, get ready to fix your audio.
What?
Speak to me, Yaku.
And Parkson is gonna be playing.
Yep, time to
why?
fix your audio.
Windows, why? Why would
every
you
time
do
you
such
load
a
in.
thing? Oh my god. And speaking of, every time you load in, here we have it in the Heroes of God corner. Spawning in the Heroes of God corner, we have the blue Terran and the red Zerg. Playing for Heroes of God. Give it up for the 4 Aodai champion and the player who we saw last week in VTL, I'm pretty sure. They are... Wait. I wonder... We did say no fanfare, but what happens? Oh, that happens. Okay, never mind. Not Zuzu is not going to be playing. I have to do it on the top side as well, just for consistency. And speaking of consistency, in the top corner of the map, spawning in the top corner of the map, the man who was so viciously taken away from his potential Aodai championship. Can he get his revenge over? I actually don't remember if Upply was the one who defeated him in the semis, but for the sake of drama, I'm going to say that he is. As well as what appears to be the representative of the evening. Maybe the captain, maybe an admin of some sort, but definitely the representative of the evening of Team OCCHO. Here we have it. Give it up for... Not Echo. He played last map. Alright, we did say earlier on that last week... I'm sorry, what were you saying about Parkson?
I was just gonna confirm that Upply did in fact knock out Love Gao Gao in the semis.
Ah, there we go.
In Aodai. Yeah,
Let's go for revenge. Double rank's gonna come down from Love Gao Gao, and I like this because I think last week we established that the player, basically, playing standard does not really work in 2v2s.
Yeah.
So, the players who are far more aggressive in the early game, even more cheesy I would say, are generally the teams who will win. Or
yeah, we've got a really interesting builds coming out of Team OCCHO. We've got a 4x coming out of Love Gao Gao, and we've got a 1-1 coming out of OCCHO. And he did feel vulnerable enough to throw down a bunker as well without them really scouting what their opponents were doing. So I guess he feels like he's going to be targeted because maybe he's the weaker player. So he's like preemptively setting up for that.
Meanwhile, Love Gao Gao is just going to go Mass Reaper.
Exactly, Love Gao Gao will be like the sword, and OCCHO will be the shield, you know?
Just like Pokemon.
Just like Pokemon.
This poor Reaper gonna get surrounded on all sides, but will make it out in the end. Get a bit of revenge as they do so. And now, Team Heroes of God are in all-out anti-Reaper mode, or they should be.
Yeah, these Lings getting caught out by all the Reapers.
Yep, more Queen's going to be coming out from Upply as well as Speed. Now, Parkson is going into Cloaked Banshees, but I don't think that that's because of the Reapers. It's not gonna probably won't be out in time anyway.
They will be out to harass though, because I don't know if these Reapers will be able to do much against the Zerg player. He does have quite a few Queens, but they are getting focused down and they don't have enough energy for Transfuse. That's both Queens are down now, and the Zerg player, I don't know, like he's not getting much support from the Terran partner because he went Banshees, right? Like he doesn't have as many Reapers or ground units.
Single Banshee is already out for Parkson. Now, what will he do with it? He goes immediately across the other side of the map, rallying there. Looks like Upply should just about be able to clean this up at home, but at what cost? Even this hatchery. This is not something you see since 2016 at the release of
Hard. Oh no, but he gets caught out by the Lings. Oh,
but it's okay, they can jump out.
Yeah.
Reaper jetpacks go both ways. They can go in and they can go out.
Yeah. At the same time, we've got the Banshee in the main, and there's no missile turret. There's a single Marine.
No missile turret and only a single Marine, so it's not like Scan is going to do anything here. So this could pay off. Oh, but the Vikings are out in time.
Nice. And do they get it? Do they get it?
They barely escape. That Banshee does. And this hatchery, it will go down. Nope, leaves it alive. Nope, does get it in the end. That's not something you see like since probably, I want to say, Legacy of the Void, early Legacy of the Void with Bjorn. Reapers killing a hatchery.
Yeah. The Reapers do get caught out by the Lings in the middle of the map there.
KD8 charge. I mean, it's pretty good, but it's not enough, yeah. A lot of these Reapers actually just taking... I'm not sure how many grenades were thrown, but I feel like a lot was. And so that stacked of the Reaper damage on top of the Marines.
Yeah, we do see Love Gao Gao transitioning into bio with all of his racks. That Banshee getting away again.
barely.
does he come back in there?
Oh, it does come back in right as scan runs out.
And I don't think there's enough energy for another scan, and he's going to deny the missile turret from being made. Oh my god,
4
he's going to get...
seconds. He'll have another scan, but a lot of SCVs are going down. Finally, the good gets a scan, but at the cost of a mule, which Love Gao Gao really could use at this point.
Cost of 10 kills that Banshee had before it was taken out. Yeah.
Counterattack going to come down from Upley, and it might actually catch his Terran army unsieged.
I don't think there are enough wings there.
Yeah, there is. Or there isn't.
There's too much bio with this army. And they're able to push across the map uncontested, and it looks like they're going to be able to cancel this third once again. I don't see much to defend. What's the Terran player? Yeah, just immediately cancel.
13 Marines and 2 tanks, but they're way far in the back. So they have to siege up pretty much immediately. Meanwhile, the OCCHO Terran players are starting to push in. That's a pretty good concave, but are the numbers enough? Roaches are out just as the Marines go down, so these tanks will have a buffer. But more and more troops start coming in. Very good start stepping from Love Gao Gao.
Yeah, they just have enough Marines to overwhelm the Roaches. Yeah.
Well, they have... Yeah, the big thing was the tanks, though, I feel. These two tanks in the back from OCCHOs were completely guarded.
But they are caught on siege, though, so the Roaches are able to push back.
Absolutely. And meanwhile, as we were talking about tanks being the key factor, Parkson's tank, right, up in time, and they should have enough to push across the map. Whether they'll be able to get any meaningful damage with it is a different question. But it still stands. They are able to move across the map.
Paused.
One say on pause.
Pause coming from OCCHO. During this pause, we do have a ninja base coming out of Upley, which I'm really liking, to be honest, because he's been trying to get that third up since the beginning of the game, and it just hasn't been working. So he does go for a ninja instead, which I think is pretty smart, because I do believe he'll get away with it.
Game resumed.
Oh, absolutely. There hasn't been anything really on this side of the map. No drops for either players. Not a very harass-based team they are, other than the Reapers at start. But even then, I feel like that was more... I feel like that's hard to call harass, right?
Yeah. It was just very much so aggression coming out of Love Gao Gao. But we do see this push once again, so many Marines coming out. At the same time, we have Parkson dropping across the map, but that does mean that he doesn't have these units to defend against the large bio push that's coming from Team OCCHO.
A lot of Roaches and Ravages out for Upley.
Yeah.
And those biles actually missing the tanks by a couple of pixels. Right.
He does get that third ninja up though.
OCCHOs has to make a difficult decision because this is his only base up here for OCCHOs.
Yeah, I just realized that he's been going one base this entire time.
For Parkson, and it's really tricky. Meanwhile, a push does come in. Parkson does have a little bit of a force built up back at home, and they do manage to chase away the Terran aggressors. This Bioforce from Love Gao Gao taking the long way home to relieve his partner's base. But even then, it doesn't seem like it's enough. Tanks are in such a good position. Only now will the bio be able to break the tanks. Another drop coming down from Parkson. Another double tank. Is this we've seen this a couple of times now from the Heroes of God Terran players.
Yeah, I was gonna say that I feel like Heroes of God, they're ramping up too much. They're both players are on 3 bases. Meanwhile, OCCHO is on 1 and Love Gao Gao's on 2. Just over time, they're just gonna keep throwing units across the map, and it's gonna be better for them every time they trade. I feel like
they're gonna have to take good trades now as well in order to do that. That tank does get cleaned up. This drop does. I guess there's a reason why you don't see double tank drops that often.
Yeah, it does get cleaned up fairly well, but again, Upley, he's got 75 workers. That's more. That's what is that? Double the amount of of Love
Gao
Gao
and
team.
OCCHO's
Like,
combined, yeah.
yeah.
Even Parkson has double the amount of OCCHO's team. So Upley actually has about 2.5 times.
Yeah. But there is a drop coming across the map, and he does scout that.
Does get scouted. Well, unfortunately, he's going to have to sack this, as well as probably any units that pop out from here. Starting to move the Roach Ravager down. That's a very nice position for the Bio to be on, though.
But he is able to snipe it.
Right. Yep, absolutely. Was able to take out a medevac and whatever bio that would have been loaded into that, but...
Yeah, at the same time, Parkson is still dropping, and yeah, this just drops everywhere.
OCCHO is dropping as well, but Parkson's drop is going significantly better than OCCHO's, or OCCHO's.
Getting rid of that infrastructure, that production of OCCHO's. These names. OCCHO's on Team OCCHO.
OCCHO's, fucking Mio Micah on Team Hong Kong All-Star. Yeah,
it's madness. But Parkson does clean it up.
He absolutely does. Meanwhile, OCCHO's look at his supply and his income leaves the game. That is out. Love Gao Gao. Gonna be calling the GG. And that is it. Heroes of God has taken it. (3-0).
Wow. 3-0. They won last week as well, right?
They did, I believe. I know they're the top seed along with Dirty Cheeser.
Yeah, they did not win. They did not win last week. Well. Hong Kong All-Stars did, as
there we go.
They had Mia Micah. But yeah, wow. Well played. Showing that they can compete despite losing last week. Taking out OCCHO in a very strong 3-0.
Oh, it's OCCHO, not OCCHO.
Yeah.
Look. These names, man.
What were you saying?
I was saying OCCHO because I was thinking of the next team coming in, and the next team coming in, Incredible Chai. Yeah, so you see how Chai and Cha kind of like, you know, ups in. They are going to be playing against Team Blades of Ire. I suppose we can switch to that right now.
Yep. I'm just gonna get ready to screenshot as soon as you're done.
Yep. I could have held it a bit longer.
It's all good. 2 minute delay.